Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Oof, I'm good. How are you?
Oof. I like that
Oof.
response. Same here.
I don't even know where that came from. Just like, oof, okay.
Oof.
I'm great.
Great.
Welcome back to another episode. I feel like I say that the same way every time.
I love it. That's great.
Welcome back to another episode of Crime Cocktails and BS, brought to you by ourselves because we don't have sponsors.
Us. Hey, you
Us.
can sponsor us, people.
Sponsor.
Sponsor us.
We love it. We're currently actually, by the time this episode airs, we'll probably be over 200 followers on Instagram. Yay!
Wow.
Us!
Wow.
Round of applause.
Sound effect here.
Don't forget to follow. We're great. We do a lot of fun stuff over there.
We do. Lots of fun stuff.
I don't even know, like, what a whirlwind this past couple weeks have been for us, but I'm so glad we're here. And
we're doing it.
We're doing it. And we're going to have a little more fun with this episode, I'd say.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely more fun than most of our crimes that we discuss.
Yeah, we decided to take a break from talking about a specific crime. And instead, we're talking about like songs and movies, like pop culture, essentially inspired by crime, but also crime inspired by culture.
Yeah, and basically then, like pop culture infused with crime or vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. So we got so much coming at you. And of course, we also have to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills coming back to grace our television screens.
Woo! We're so excited.
Segues into Kaisa's Cocktail Corner.
Oh, yes. Okay, first of all, I have like a stuffy face, so I sound sick, so apologies.
First of all, I've never heard anyone call it a stuffy face.
It's just like my whole face.
I've heard stuffy nose, but not stuffy face. That's
it's like
I like
all
it.
of the sinuses, you know?
You need to get a neti pot.
I know. I do. I used to use that all the time.
I love it.
Okay, so this one made by our lovely mixologist Dane is called How Do I Empathy?
I love it.
Let me show you.
Ooh. We love anything in a martini glass.
I know. We need more glasses. We need some variety, actually.
There's been plenty of variety. The Shep's
that was beautiful.
Was in like a really pretty glass. What's in the How Do I Empathy?
So this is bourbon, lemon juice, honey, pomegranate juice, egg white, and Cabernet.
Ooh.
So random mix, but it's beautiful, and I trust Dane. So
that's why it looks like a PB&J. Well, that's why you married him. You like it?
I do, and I don't like whiskey.
Dane was convinced before we started recording. Dane said Kaisa's gonna hate it. And then she proceeded to say, I'm probably not gonna drink it. And the face he had looked like you just punched him in the gut.
We're taking a little like break from drinking, so I'm trying not to drink so much, but it's just fun to try these new cocktails.
It's so fun, and it's for research.
It is, yeah,
and entertainment. And you're also drinking responsibly, you know.
Yes.
So
very
it's all good in the hood.
I'm not driving while we're recording our podcast.
No, could you imagine? That'd be so fucked.
It'd be entertaining, maybe.
It would be something. Not
the drinking, but yes.
That'd be us recording a real life crime.
Yes.
Live. Coming at you live.
That's funny.
Oh man. All right. I told you you're spearheading this because you have copious amounts of notes.
Well, I got really into it. I learned so much. So I didn't really know how to even search for this, but I was diving into first songs and music that has lyrics relating to true crime. So I have a few things I can talk about.
Was this before or after we were discussing how we want to let the FBI know that we are not killers?
Yeah, our search history,
aspiring murderers because of our search histories.
alarming to them, probably.
It's so bad. Yeah. So Kaisa and I decided we were finally going to put like a spreadsheet together of all of our ideas because we're into this, guys. This is
Alex
we
went
love
nuts.
it.
There are hundreds of
Okay, first of all, I love a good spreadsheet. If you know me,
you're really good at it.
Love a spreadsheet. Give me Excel, give me Google Doc sheets, give me everything. I love a spreadsheet because it keeps me organized. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to put our ideas in here. We'll put like the title of the idea, the little synopsis, and then any resources we find. And I might have girl bossed a little too close to the sun.
You
But I
did.
think now we have at least 50
Girl
crime
boss
ideas.
a little too close to the FBI. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah,
we're definitely on a list, though.
We're on some kind of list. I don't know. But then it's like, we have a podcast. It makes sense. And they probably just throw us in that little pile.
Yeah.
So it's fine. All right.
And
Ollie's here.
Into the room. We took them
like
hiking, so they're tired.
I feel like we always have at least 2 dogs participating.
There's always an appearance.
Mine is always around, and one of yours decides to pop in. When we get a cat, that's really when we've made it
special. Yeah,
that's a special moment.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. Let's just put a trigger warning because we are talking about some murderers here. Probably not as awful as our other.
It's definitely these don't come nearly as close to last episode. So
right. So first I just kind of went through some lyrics and songs that mention different murderers. And they were definitely like, these people were shamed for doing this because it's not great to, just throw in Jeffrey Dahmer into a lyric. And I don't know,
I feel like there's
it was looked down
options.
upon. Yes.
Yeah.
So Katy Perry and Juicy J and Dark Horse, she has a lyric that says, "She'll eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer."
Yeah. I forgot about that.
I know. I was like, oh my God, I know these songs.
Oh my
God. Nicki Minaj, featured by Future back in 2018, said, "All his friends try to kill it, eat J.A. Dahmer." So that's another.
Which song was that?
I actually don't know. I was gonna look that one up because I don't recognize
Nicki.
it.
Come
but
on,
Nicki, yeah. Eminem said, "I can be a Dalai Lama and be calm or bring drama, a step beyond a Jeffrey Dahmer."
All right, so is everyone obsessed with Jeffrey Dahmer, or is
there are so many? So there are
Lord.
more, but I'm gonna skip through because we don't need to read all of them.
Give me some good ones.
Let's see. Well, okay. The Smiths wrote "Suffer Little Children," a song that was about the Moors murders, which occurred in Manchester, England between 1963 and 1965. Ian Brady, and Myra Hindley, a couple of young lovers, were arrested for sexually assaulting and murdering 5 kids between the ages 10 and 17. Yeah. There have been a few of those couples that kidnap kids situations.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But anyway,
by the way, I'm also taking notes of any crimes we haven't talked about
yet
or on the spreadsheet. So I'm just writing them down so I can go onto the spreadsheet.
You're so organized. I love it.
Also, listeners, if you hear of anything you want us to talk about that we may mention on this episode, shout it out. Leave a comment. Do something. Interact with us.
Do something.
Why don't you do something? Sorry, I read the Britney Spears book. Now I have
Oh my gosh. Wait, we have to talk about that.
We'll talk about that later.
Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads. I think it's a stretch, but some people say it's about Norman Bates.
No,
the Alfred Hitchcock classic Psycho, which no, I don't think so either. That was a stretch, but
it's on every Halloween playlist I've ever made.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
It is a good one. Gosh, there's so many songs, but I feel like this isn't the most entertaining.
Yes, it is. I love this.
Okay, I have better things to talk about though. So Slayer wrote "Dead Skin Mask," which is about Ed Gein.
Oh,
yeah.
I learned about him yesterday.
Oh,
making the spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah. Ed Gein's insane. Yes. So, Motorhead, Jack the Ripper, was
Oh,
a
I
song
wonder who that's
about,
about.
yeah, about Jack the Ripper. Um, Jane's Addiction wrote a song called Ted Just Admit It, and that's about Ted Bundy. Um,
Hmm. Interesting.
yeah. At the Drive-In wrote, oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher this. Art Carsenal. I don't know what that says. That's probably a word I should know
Hold it
or
up to the
something.
screen.
But it's about Jeffrey Dahmer. Is that a
Oh
word
my
I should
God,
know?
nope, I got no idea.
Well, we're moving
Well,
on. Rammstein. That's the band, right?
I think so.
Rammstein. I don't
Sure.
know how to say it. They wrote a song about Armin Meiwes is apparently a serial killer who cannibalized people. So that's
What
one to
is
write
up with
down. But I don't
all
know
of
this.
these cannibals
Yeah,
also?
I know. Gross.
All right, I got a couple songs for you.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Do it. I'm a huge fan of Nico Case. Are
Oh
you? I
yes.
feel like you would
Yes.
be.
Yes, yes, yes.
Her song Deep Red Bells was actually inspired by Gary Ridgway, aka the
Oh.
Green River Killer,
Oh.
who was convicted of murdering 48 women in Washington State and California in the 80s and 90s. And Nico Case actually grew up in Tacoma, Washington.
Mm.
So she was like growing up when all of this was happening, and her song addresses one of Ridgway's victims. And it's particularly unsettling to think that the song Deep Red Bells was coincidentally released, and Ridgway was arrested shortly after the song came out in 2001.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's one song I have. And then the other song I have is Bob Dylan's Hurricane, which I've always loved that song, but I never
Yes.
realized that it was actually connected to the wrongful imprisonment of boxer Reuben Hurricane Carter in the 1960s.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the
Oh my
song
gosh, my
actually like
dad, I wonder if he knows that he's like an extreme Bob Dylan fan. Like he plays harmonica to
it's
Bob
so
Dylan.
really
Like
that is so cute.
he's
Your dad,
obsessed.
I already am obsessed with your dad. Now I'm
Plays
more obsessed
guitar
with your
along
dad.
with him. Yeah,
That's
very obsessed.
it's adorable. But
I love
yeah,
it.
the song brought the case to a lot of the public's attention.
Wow, that's
So
crazy.
yeah. And then
Interesting.
I think those are all the songs I have. I have some really fucked up like pop culture inspired by true crime. Or
Go
like,
for it.
or is this actually true crime inspired by pop culture? Did I mess up my Yeah, I'm stupid. These are actually crimes inspired by pop culture.
Go
Do you
for
want
it.
me to start with the weirdest one, or do you want me to just go
Do whatever. Read
rapid
whatever.
fire? Okay.
I'm here for
Well,
all of
I don't
it.
actually know this movie, so I'm gonna skip that.
What movie? I'm curious.
Backdraft.
Oh, I don't know that either.
Okay, so apparently the whole synopsis of this movie is about like it's about a group of heroic firefighters. So you wouldn't actually think someone would start like commit a crime based on that. However, this 18-year-old guy named Glenn Jones in Lake George, New York, was watching the movie with his girlfriend when he decided he wanted to be a hero. So he went and he decided he like
Oh
wanted
my
to
God.
light her apartment on fire and save her from it.
What the hell?
Psychopath. But so he was successful in setting the chair on fire, but her family actually ended up extinguishing it.
Oh my gosh.
And
That's
luckily no
sad.
one was hurt, but he was charged with second-degree arson and faced up to 10 years in prison.
Wow.
So
Sounds like
that's
a
like,
cool guy.
yeah, right. But like, what a random movie to like be inspired to commit a crime and to
Yeah,
be a
that is
hero.
so
Like,
odd.
okay. Um, Another one was The Purge. Shocker.
Oh yeah.
Um, in 2017, Indianapolis's Jonathan Cruz was charged with 3 fatal shootings, and he directly referenced the film in a text message saying, "I purge every night now." And then a witness also told detectives that the murderer was referencing the movie in person and he was sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences. There we go. Here's
Yikes.
You
Those
want my
movies are
favorite one?
creepy. Yes.
Here's my favorite one.
Tell me.
Twilight.
What?
Yes.
What did this
The
inspire? Tell me.
2008 film Twilight. By the way, we all know it's a set of books too, whatever.
I was
However,
obsessed with those books.
of course, those movies were great too.
Yes.
So 2008, around the height of the Twilight mania, there were reports all over the country that teenagers were biting each other to draw blood in some pseudo intimate
That
act.
doesn't surprise me, actually.
In Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, God.
An unnamed middle school student bit 11 different classmates. His father came out and blamed Twilight and claimed that his son never meant to hurt anyone. However, he was sent to a juvenile correctional facility.
Oh, my God. Yikes.
Like, okay.
Creepy.
That's my favorite one is like,
did they give him consent to bite them, or was it just...
I don't know, but like,
okay. Okay, gross.
So gross. But
I
it's
have
like
some crazy stories.
Give me some crazy stories.
Crazy. So this is basically celebrities that have involvement in true crime in some way, whether they're related to someone or have been like involved in a murder or something.
Okay.
So this one's crazy. I've never heard of this. Ashton Kutcher actually stumbled upon an active murder scene of the murderer Michael the Hollywood Ripper Gargiulo.
Interesting.
You guys, I'm terrible at names. So basically he met this woman, Ashley Ellerin, and they went on a couple dates, and then one night he was going to pick her up at 10 o'clock, and he called her to tell her he was running late. She didn't answer the phone. So he showed up at like 10:50 and knocked on the door, and he figured she was pissed because he was late. And she didn't answer the door. He looked in the window, and there was fresh wine stains all over the floor.
So blood.
Not wine, blood. And
so blood.
So he left, and then later to find out this murderer guy had stabbed her 47 times, nearly severing her head from her neck. And he killed a few people before he was arrested. But anyway, Ashton Kutcher actually testified at his trial.
Damn.
So very interesting. He was sentenced to death. There are a lot of weird ones that I found. This one isn't, like, people have doubts about it. Blondie, the lead singer,
oh yeah,
she claimed that she was picked up by Ted Bundy and escaped. This was in New York, so that's why people are like, I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't follow his path.
He did go to a few states, but like, yeah, it could have been another creeper. But
I think we need to dissect him one day.
I know. Yeah, we do. But she got into a car with this guy. She was trying to get to another nightclub, and the car didn't have handles on the inside. And she was like, uh-oh. And then he saw her struggling and like rolling down the window, and he started speeding and whipped around a corner, and she opened the door from the outside through the window and rolled out. And she said it was Ted Bundy. It matched his description. But I doubt it. I don't know. It's just
That's insane though.
Yeah.
That story creeps me out.
Real creepy. Don't get into cars with strangers though.
Yeah,
guys.
no, don't.
Do you know about Woody Harrelson's dad?
Yes.
So he was a hitman. He was responsible for at least a dozen murders, including that of a federal judge and possibly even President John F. Kennedy. So,
and is possibly brothers with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I mean, that would make sense. But yeah, so right as Woody Harrelson was getting famous, his dad was arrested and put in prison. Did not know that at all. There's so many, guys.
Pick like 3 more.
Okay, yeah. I need to skip this one.
And then we can do a part 2.
Oh my God. Okay. These involve people who are related to Real Housewives, so it's even better.
Perfect segue.
Or Bravo, at least. Kelsey Grammer was
Yes.
20 years old when his 18-year-old sister Karen was murdered
What?
by spree killer Freddie Glenn. Yeah. So like she was working at her job at, oh my gosh, where? It was like Red Lobster. Yeah, Red Lobster. And these people tried to rob the store, and then Freddie Glenn kidnapped her because she saw them. And then they ended up repeatedly raping her, and
Oh,
she tried to escape, but they stabbed her multiple times in the throat and she didn't make it out,
oh,
which is
dear
really sad.
God. That's
But yeah,
awful.
Kelsey Grammer like grew up with that trauma, which I had no idea. Like,
Yeah,
never heard of that, but
that's
I guess he speaks
terrible.
about it a lot. So interesting.
And the
Tra
connection to Real Housewives there is that his ex-wife is Camille Donatachi
Camille.
Grammer.
She is she's so entertaining.
Yeah, bring her back
I
next.
know, I want her back. Anyway, Travis Holman, husband of Real Housewives of Dallas,
Oh,
Stephanie
I
Holman. Did
love
you watch
Stephanie
Dallas?
Holman. Yes.
I'm sad that they stopped Dallas, actually.
I know. I really liked her.
So yeah, she's great. So this is kind of a stretch, but he was babysat by the future I-5 killer Randy Woodfield, who
That's
committed
not a
several.
stretch. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty crazy. But he was he's murdered a bunch of people on the I wow, I can't
High
not
five.
able to read. Interstate 5 highway, which stretches from Washington to California. Um, he used to wear a fake beard, and robbed gas stations, restaurants, stores, and often
Damn.
sexually assaulted women. But also this guy, oh, he liked to play games like hide and seek. That's what he remembers.
Well, I mean, if it was his babysitter, that makes sense.
And let's see. Oh, this is another part that was interesting. He actually he was drafted by the Green Bay Packers. I told Dane about this because he's obsessed with the Packers. He's watching it
Mhm.
now. Um, so he was actually drafted by the Packers and signed a contract and actually trained with them. So like
The
all the
killer?
Packers, yeah. So all the Packers have played with
Jeez.
this like murderer guy.
Well, I mean,
But
there Aaron Hernandez also, it's like a whole,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So he didn't make the opening day roster and then ended up killing dozens of women. So
Jeez.
that's gross. There's so many. The Beach Boys drummer was friends with
Oh,
Charles
yeah.
Manson.
Yep,
I
that was a big one.
don't know. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, I feel like this is such a fun thing to do though that we can
There's
like
so
bring it
much.
up often. Like it's fun.
It is fun.
I love
Um,
it. I was gonna say that reminded me of, did you ever watch Real Housewives of DC?
I don't know if I ever watched
It only
DC.
had one season. I loved it. And Mikhail Salahi and her husband were the couple that are infamous for crashing the White House.
Oh,
They crashed
what?
the I think it's the Correspondents' Dinner, or they crashed some dinner in 2009. It was Barack Obama's first dinner and they
Oh my
crashed it.
gosh. I didn't know that.
That's why the show ended, because they like ruined it.
Whoa. That's crazy. I had no
Yeah.
idea. I don't
That's
think
a
I watched
crime.
that.
They were going to be charged. They had to go talk in front of like the Senate or something. Like they had to do a whole thing. It's so good. It's probably my comfort season of Housewives for some odd
Oh, I
reason.
need to
That and
watch
like
it.
season 2 of Jersey. I always go
Oh,
back to those.
yes. Yes, yes.
But we are now on season 13 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, also known as, I'm calling it now, the season of Dorit.
Oh my God. Dorit killed it. This
Like
first episode.
Dorit Kemsley, you have my heart,
Yeah,
soul, and
I
the
love
mean
her.
girl I was in high school. We all love you.
Mm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
obsessed.
Yeah, she was great.
Clearly is not okay with Erica.
I know. Well,
And
Erica
probably,
is problematic.
no shit. I loved how she just realized she has no friends.
No friends and possibly a sociopath, like question
Yeah.
mark. Doesn't know
Oh
what
my
empathy
God.
is.
What is empathy?
That was embarrassing. I hope she watches that back and is like, oh gosh,
You
what?
have to be embarrassed by not
The
understanding that
therapist was
people have
like,
feelings. Also, it's a therapist that's been on freaking VH1 and all
yeah,
those shows. And it's like, are you even
full
a real
glam.
therapist? Yeah,
Yeah.
full glam for a therapist.
I don't know. But it was funny because she was like, you put yourself in their shoes, which is like something you tell a toddler about
Yeah.
empathy. It was
It's
funny.
like clearly she has really just thought about herself for a very long time and doesn't understand that other people have feelings and you have to take those into account.
Yes.
And if you don't, you suffer the consequences of that.
Sure do.
Um, I think I'll tell you my thoughts, I guess. Since we're here and
Tell me.
recording.
Yes. That's what this
I
is.
think Kyle looked so angry talking to Mauricio. Like you can just see the anger in her eyes.
Yeah.
And
There's definitely some.
you could tell she was already checked out of the marriage at that
Oh,
point.
yeah. She's like, you don't have any say in my body. Like,
She's like, maybe if you looked at me once in a while, you'd know I had 5 tattoos now instead of 2. Like, I was like, this is
also, it
not
was cringy
healthy.
to hear him saying, like, no, I will not allow that.
Yeah. Was that
Like,
cringy or the
what?
fact his veneers were out of control?
His veneers were not okay.
They were
They
not
did
okay.
not look good.
Sorry, that was so petty, but I don't care.
Mm. That's what
Whatever.
this is.
I also like Teddy Mellencamp trying to be relevant on Watch What Happens Live. You leave Sutton alone.
We love Sutton.
We love Sutton. We stand Sutton in this.
And who cares
podcast.
if she's drenched in vodka? Like, leave her alone.
Also, there's other ways that you can talk about someone like that. Like, did we not learn anything from Shannon getting a DUI? Like,
yeah.
If Sutton has a problem, you guys could probably go at it in a better way than calling her out on Watch What Happens Live. Also, I read this meme today and I was like, that sums it up particularly well for me. Is like, so many bad things were happening this week, but nothing made me feel as awkward as watching Teddy Mellencamp on Watch What Happens Live.
Yes. That's so it didn't hit with anyone. Like
the audacity she had to think that she was first chair material.
That was funny.
That was hilarious. But you are not first chair material and stop trying to make yourself relevant. I was talking to my mom on the phone and I was like, why is she there?
She
was like, well, she has that podcast. I'm like, I don't care if she has a podcast. That doesn't mean that she's good for Watch What Happens Live.
No.
Like, absolutely not. Sorry, I get very heated about Teddy Mellencamp. I don't like her business scheme is
it's fake and
much
it's
promoting
like eating disorder. Yeah.
Like it's just not healthy and it rips people off. I'm just not about her. But love Sutton. My heart broke for Garcelle when she was on the beach with her kids.
Wait. Can we talk about how Sutton makes $300,000 a month from her husband or from their divorce?
Her ex-husband.
Yeah.
I kind of loved when she was like, I want to show my ex-husband like what I've done.
Yeah.
Sorry for anyone who has a Southern accent and I just did that. I fully apologize.
It was perfect. You did a good job.
My ex-boyfriend, may he rot in hell, told me I had a terrible Southern accent because he was from Nashville, but that's fine.
What? I think you had a great Southern accent. You sounded like her.
Thanks. I love
Don't even let me try.
But yeah, and then I loved seeing Jennifer Tilly on there too.
Yes.
I love Jennifer Tilly.
I love her too. Can we talk about the cringy Eagle woman?
So Eagle woman in the Raven?
Like so much cultural appropriation in these like white rich women who are like
and like a glammed up teepee.
Just a lot. Yeah.
It was a lot. I
was like laughing.
Dury totally meant well. And I think it was very sweet. I think that was a very nice gesture to try to get everyone on the same page. But because they're in Beverly Hills, they have to take it to the nth degree and be like, we need to have a spiritual leader. And
it's ridiculous. And PK thinking he's a comedian. that whole time, just like she
I love
flew here.
I know it was pretty funny.
I was actually laughing
I
during
was like,
that.
that's totally my dad would say that.
Yeah.
I did love him just with the 2 bags of chips. And Dorit being like, come on, what are you
Mm-hmm.
doing? I was
Mm-hmm.
like, yep,
Yeah.
that's a move. Oh, yeah, he brought some joy. I feel really bad seeing what next week's like
I
what the
know.
following week's episodes are, and them having a challenge in their marriage. And they spoke out saying that they're not separated, that they're together, but now something else came out saying that PK owes like what $1 million
Yeah.
in like back taxes or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I root for them. I love them
Mm-hmm.
together. Their kids are super cute.
Yeah, I think they're
Mm.
really cute. And they seemed happy in that scene. I don't know.
Mm,
So it kind of made me sad. But
yeah, we'll see.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I then my heart, like I was saying, my heart broke for Garcelle when she was on the beach with her kids, and they were like, "I needed you to be a parent 2 years ago, not now." It's like,
I know.
oh,
Those kids are so mature, by
they
the way.
really are. I
So
couldn't believe
mature.
it.
Despite the fact that they did not know how to put gas in a car. But
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
but they were so mature. And yeah, that really like I don't think she expected it to go that
I
way
don't
on
think so either.
camera either. But I'm glad she didn't like react in a
Yeah, but it shows
negative
like
way.
she wasn't pulling a Denise Richards and being like, bravo, bravo, bravo. Like, don't
Yeah.
recruit, like, don't film this, don't record this. Like, she
Yeah.
allowed it to happen because this is her real life.
And
And
she
I
was open to
appreciate it.
hearing them. Like she wasn't like, no, I was there.
Yeah, she
She was
didn't
like,
get
I actually
defensive.
wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't get defensive. She didn't start going back at them, being like, you know,
hmm
it was a very open and honest conversation. It's kind of refreshing to see that. I feel like a lot of the family dynamics don't play out like that on Housewives. Like they
It seems
really
fake
don't.
usually.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. We saw maybe 11 seconds of Crystal.
Yeah. I'm
Um
sorry, but Crystal can go, in my
the
opinion.
thing is like I
She's really
like Crystal,
boring.
but yeah, I know I'm like can
She doesn't bring anything.
it looks like she has some explosive moments though coming up. So
Okay, we'll see.
maybe
We'll
we'll be
give her a
changing our
chance.
tune.
Like we've changed our tune about I mean,
So
so
many
many
things and
people.
so many people.
Yeah. But that's what Real Housewives is.
Yeah, I'm really excited of what's
I
to
am
come. And
too.
then the new girl, we haven't been introduced to her yet. Is
Yeah.
there a new girl?
Wait.
Wait, no, that's Potomac. Sorry, that's
I was like, wait,
coming.
who?
Wait, sorry, there's no new
I
girl.
love Garcelle. Who else are we not talking about?
That's what I feel like. Are we missing someone? Dorit, Garcelle,
Erica.
Erica
And
Sutton. Oh wait, are we missing someone?
Crystal. I don't know if we are. They
Can you
aren't
look up
doing a good
the
job. Yeah,
Yeah,
hold
can
on.
you look up the cast?
Looking
Anyway,
it
while Kaisa's
up.
doing that, I will tell you all right now. If you have not purchased or started reading or have read the Britney Spears memoir, The Woman in Me, run, don't walk, and buy
Okay.
it. It is,
Did you finish it already?
yes, I read it in 2 days.
Wow. Okay.
Phenomenal. I cried. I laughed. I've never hated men more in my life.
Oh my gosh. Justin Timberlake.
And Kevin, both of them.
Oh my
Complete
gosh.
bastards.
They're both dum-dums.
Yeah. But it is so, like, you understand why she is the way she is. It's terrible.
Oh my
It's so
God. She's
sad.
been abused since she was a kid, like by everyone. It's
Her
it's
mom
horrible.
was drinking with her when she was 8,
That
like
doesn't
letting her
surprise me.
have white
Yeah.
Russians, like all this stuff. Her dad's
That's
been a
terrible.
raging alcoholic forever. They put her away so many times.
Oh,
Like,
poor
it's so
Brittany.
terrible. But, she's living her life now, and thank God for that.
She's
So,
having fun, even if it's a little bit
well,
disturbing for everyone.
she was robbed of her entire 30s,
So she's basically
if you
living
can
out
give
her
it.
childhood. She's letting her inner child
She
out. But
says in the book, she's like figuring out who she is. Like, because she doesn't
totally.
know. She's been a people pleaser her entire life.
And
And this is
forced
the
into
first
these
time.
molds for
Yeah.
performance. Like,
And she says too, like, she always had to do what people told her to do. And when she would speak up, especially in the I say this word wrong every time. Conservatorship. That's the correct way to say it. Every time she spoke up, they'd put her in a facility.
It's
They'd
so
say she needed to go to
terrible.
rehab. She wasn't on
That's
any
sick.
drugs. She wasn't drinking. She was sober those entire 13 years. The only thing she took were these like energy supplements that you can get over the counter that one of her boyfriends gave her to try, and she liked it because it helped her like stay active and energized through all of
Like
her
a
Vegas
diet pill or something.
residency. Yeah, something like that. But she was on like such a strict eating regimen. Her father wouldn't let her eat chocolate or anything. Like he was in charge of it all. And anytime she would speak out, they'd put her in a facility.
That
She
is
was in this facility,
sad.
like in essentially solitary confinement for 3 months. Couldn't talk to anyone, couldn't see anyone, anything.
So she was basically like slave labor.
Mm-hmm.
God.
They wanted
Okay,
her to
I
do
need to
another
read it.
yeah, I mean, you find out they wanted her to do another residency. I had no idea about that. I
In
thought there was
Vegas.
only the one. Yeah, they wanted her to do a second one.
I remember watching something about that she like quit or like showed
She was
up and
supposed
then
to
quit.
announce it. Yeah, so she writes the whole scene, and it's like she comes out of the floor and she's supposed to announce it. Instead, she just walks off the stage, walks
Yeah.
directly into the car, and leaves.
I remember that being a news report when that
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Good
yeah,
for her. I mean,
that's my recommendation.
I need to
That's
read
it.
it.
I'll mail it to you if you want the hard copy.
Oh, well, don't you want it?
I mean, kinda, but
Yeah, I'll just order
just trying to be
it.
nice. Any recs from you, my friend?
I've been reading The Guest by Emma Cline and it's really good and I
Oh, she's
recommend it.
such
I
a good
recommended
writer
it last
too.
time, but I actually got into it. I'm like almost done and it's
I know
so
you're into
good.
it because you put it on your Instagram story.
I sure did.
Yeah, sure
It's
did.
really good. It's like that cringy, uncomfortable, like situations at like wealthy parties, and she's like
Love
acting
it.
out and like I don't know. It's really good. I love that type of thing.
Well, I'm gonna
I love
read that
rebellious
now.
people.
Love it. We're gonna switch now.
Yes, yes.
Yes. That sounds
So
awesome.
it's good. And then we have so many Bravo things happening soon.
Oh
So
my God. Yeah,
that's
guys, we're gonna cover BravoCon. I think we might do some what the fuck emergencies during
oh, we
BravoCon.
need to. We need to.
Yeah. We'll do like full
I can't
coverage.
wait. Did they live stream it last time?
I
Or
don't
is
know,
this
but they're
new?
live streaming some stuff this year,
I'm
so
so
we're gonna
excited.
have to figure that out.
I have to watch it.
We're gonna have
But
to
if we
watch.
did like a live recording of us watching it, I
That'd be
feel like that would be
fun.
hard to coordinate, but we can
Yeah,
try
maybe,
it.
but we could try. We can figure it out. Guys, let us know what you want us to do. Remember, follow, like, subscribe, leave us a review. We will read it. I know, I do this every time.
I love it. Do, do, do.
I now do things while we're recording, and in my mind, I'm going, this is probably going to go on Instagram as a clip because I know how Kaisa works.
I try not to put anything too
I
embarrassing.
love it. Post it all. It's like a dumpster fire
You
of funny.
gesture so beautifully. I love
I'm
it. It just
Italian.
brings
It's
a
my
lot to
jab.
the, yeah, it's wonderful. I
It's in
love
my
it.
soul, in my bones. Anyway, follow, like, subscribe, do it all. Make
We need
sure
reviews,
leave
guys.
us a damn review already. Don't make us bully you. Let's
Yeah,
go.
come on. Come on.
I got really into it there. But yes, thanks for listening again. This is Alex and Kaisa coming to you for Crime, Cocktails, and BS. Thanks for
Thank you for
joining.
listening.
Bye.
Bye.